Welcome to my dollhouse. We are Caylee.
Miss Caylee here is wearing the Care Bear Christmas nightgown pajama that Lisa sent us. So she's nice and cozy in her jammies. We are going to do, today's tag is, okay, as I was saying, we are going to be doing Lisa from Lisa's Littles, her tag, what was your Thanksgiving spread? When I was a little girl, we would go to my Nana's house. Nana was my mom's mom. She was my mom's side of the family. These are the Thanksgivings that I remember most and most vividly. For appetizers, finger foods. The only thing I remember are the black olives and the pickles. I loved black olives. I still do. I would put one on each finger and eat them off my fingers. And everyone thought that was cute. I'm not sure if there were chips and dip. There might have been. I don't know if there were deviled eggs. There might have been. But I know that every year, regardless of what changed with the Thanksgiving spread, there was always black olives and pickles for the main course. Naturally, there was a turkey. There were homemade mashed potatoes with the homemade gravy. My Nana made the best stuffing on the face of the earth. You wanted to make love to that stuffing. You wanted to make love to it. That's how good it was. There were the dinner rolls, the brown and serves, cranberry sauce. Then there was always like a vegetable. There was like yams and possibly a green bean casserole, but I'm not entirely sure. And then for dessert, coffee was put on. She had homemade apple pie, homemade pumpkin pie, and then the Cool Whip. Up to a certain point, there was my Nana. My grandfather passed away before I was born. So it was my Nana, Nana, Aunt Kathy, Aunt Janet, my Uncle Chris, my Uncle Ted, who was my Nana's brother, and his wife, Aunt Marlene. I loved her. She was really cool. She smoked cigarettes and drank beer, and she was so nice. She was so, so nice. My mom, myself, my brother, when he was born, my father. I'm sure there were certain years where people weren't there, other people were there, especially when I was a baby. I mean, obviously I don't remember that, but I remember when I was like really little. Mary, what's wrong? Are you getting upset because I'm talking about turkey? We don't eat. Well, I don't eat. I know, sometimes I still eat turkey, I don't like baked. Why don't we just stop talking about poultry? We'll just move on to Thanksgiving traditions and memories. These are the 4 things that I remember vividly. Watching the Macy's Thanksgiving parade on the TV in the morning before we went to Nana's house. There was a channel that would play the Godzilla and King Kong movies. And I remember watching those. And I swear to God, Clash of the Titans, the stop motion animation type movies, Clash of the Titans and the other ones that I don't remember the names of, I swear to God, those used to be played on Thanksgiving as well. And then as we got older, Trivial Pursuit was something that was played after dinner. You had your coffee, your dessert, whatever, and we played Trivial Pursuit. And then as I got older, one of the things that we would do, my brother, myself, we would go to Kmart and just walk around, and because Kmart was the only thing that was open on Thanksgiving. The main good memory is that we were all together as a family, and up to a certain point it was very pleasant. And then as far as my father's side of the family, because when you have two families, you have to kind of alternate, or depending on what time you're eating, you might go over there. You might go to both places, you know what I mean? I think when I was younger, Thanksgiving was more around dinner time at my Nana's. And then as we got a little bit older, it was more like 1 or 2 p.m. in the afternoon. And then maybe we went to my grandparents, my father's parents' house, like later for dinner. And the Italian Thanksgiving was a little bit of a different spread because you had pasta. They would make the turkey. My grandmother would make the stuffing, which was horrendous. One year it gave me food poisoning. And there was not mashed potatoes. There was the baked, I don't want to say fried, but they were like baked nice and crispy and like, you know, soft on the inside, but the skin was a little crispy. And they would have pasta and a salad, Italian bread, butter, cranberry sauce, and then some homemade pies with the Cool Whip. So that was the food that we ate at my dad's side of the family. And that would be my dad, my mom, me and my brother, my grandmother, my grandfather, my one uncle and his wife, and my one cousin. That would be our little, on that side of the family. But the whole point of Thanksgiving is people coming together and getting along. It's like one day out of the year where hopefully you come together as a family. Nobody's mean, nobody's nasty, nobody's getting hit, nobody's getting yelled at. You play with your cousins, and you know, after dinner you like whatever, you play, you hang out. It's just, I remember just being young and enjoying being at the table and all the adults around me getting along and talking and joking, and we would laugh, you know. And we had some good Thanksgivings when we were a little bit older, like when I was in my early 20s, and my brother and I would drink, and there were a few good Thanksgivings as we got older, and Thanksgiving got moved to my aunt's house. My aunts started, both of my aunts, sometimes it would be at one of them, and then the other house, you know, they would alternate. So at some point, Thanksgiving stopped being at my Nana's house, and my aunts would host Thanksgivings. And there were a few good Thanksgivings where everyone got along, and there was no, you know, and my brother and I would drink, and we would make everybody laugh, because we have good senses of humors. We all had good senses of humors, but we had the knack to make everyone laugh, especially when we were drunk. Okay. Do you have anything you want to say, Caylee? Caylee?